And what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly Kenai Peninsula Fishing Report. The date is July 19th, 2021. And if you are listeners of this show, you can see I'm in a little bit different setting. I'm actually in Homer, Alaska, and I'm going to be doing some halibut fishing tomorrow. I'm actually doing some halibut fishing from the shore right now. So I'm recording from my trailer, and my seat's a little low. But let's get right into it. In this video, I talk about fishing reports, emergency orders, and on the ground field reporting here on the Kenai Peninsula. And let's just get right into it, guys. The Sockeye Run has been disappointing this week. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And we're going to get into that. But first, we do have some emergency orders to go over in regards to king salmon. This is a big one. The Kasilof River king salmon limited to catch and release. To ensure healthy returns of king salmon to Alaska's rivers, the Alaska Department of Fish and Game is implementing the following sport fishing regulation restriction on the Kasilof River effective 12:01 a.m. Wednesday, July 14th through July 31st. The retention of king salmon is prohibited while sport fishing on the Kasilof River downstream of the Sterling Highway Bridge. In addition, only one unbaited single hook artificial lure may be used when fishing for king salmon in these waters. King salmon may not be retained or possessed, may not be removed from the water, and must be released immediately. King salmon runs across the Kenai Peninsula have underperformed preseason expectations, stated area management biologist Colton Lipka. Regulation restrictions have been issued for the Kenai River king salmon sport fishery during July. These restrictions will likely result in an increase in the sport fishing effort and catch of king salmon in the Kasilof River. Therefore, to minimize the effects of conservation actions for the Kenai River, it is warranted to prohibit retention of king salmon on the Kasilof River to ensure adequate escapement of Kasilof River lake run king salmon. So because all those king salmon fishermen wanted to go to the Kasilof, they also shut that one down. So that is unfortunate. However, we know we all want to see better king salmon runs here on the Kenai Peninsula, so it's got to be done. I've been telling all you guys to hit the Kasilof if you want to catch kings, and now, well, it looks like the king season is over for anyone fishing the rivers, at least. And again, another emergency order that was launched on July 14th. Nothing new here. It is still the Kenai River king salmon fishing restriction, or it is restricted to catch and release only. So this is what it has been, but this is just a reiteration that yes, you cannot keep king salmon, and you must only use artificial lures, single hook only. King salmon passage into the Kenai River is proceeding at a rate less than what is needed to achieve the escapement goal. In season projections estimate the end of escapement with mean run timing to be 10,778 large fish under current regulations, which is well below the escapement goal. The mean quarter point of the run is on July 17th and the midpoint is on July 27th. And we want an escapement goal between 15,000 and 30,000. We are about 5,000 short of that goal. The 2021 King Salmon late run to the Kenai River is significantly underperforming preseason expectations. It is still early in the run, but indicators so far are predicting a weak run similar to 2019 and 2020. Without further restrictions to harvest, the goal for Kenai River late run king salmon is not expected to be achieved. So that is bad news. And this week is just full of bad news. I hate to be the bearer of it, but well, that Sockeye Run is not going as expected. So let's jump right into those fish counts here. Kenai River late run sockeye for 2021. You'll notice the big shocker here from the state. Both July 17th and July 18th numbers are not in yet. And the website has been down during the day for people trying to get these numbers. All the dip netters are here in town. And yeah, there are no numbers. I don't know why that is. It's probably the guy's on vacation this weekend and he's not updating the data. I don't think it's anything nefarious, but it is unfortunate. But you'll see July 16th, 13,000. July 15th was a great day, 19,000 salmon. I caught some salmon that day. July 14th, 9,000, 12,000 before that. So we're seeing runs averaging about 10,000. And you look at the chart here, and that has just flatlined over the past week. We are expecting an increase soon. It should be happening in the next couple of days, but as of right now, that fishing's been weak, and I have been fishing all weekend. I've been hammering 10 hours a day, guys. Not having any luck. I've seen some people pull them in. Sunday was a much better day as compared to Saturday, but still, it's tough. It's really hard fishing right now, and I think a lot of that has to do with the temperatures that we saw. So let's skip ahead here to the temperatures, and you'll notice this decrease in temperatures between July 12th and July 18th. It was cold, it was rainy, it was bad weather conditions, and then you notice that giant spike in temperature here on the 18th. That was this hot sunny day, and I got my fingers crossed. A couple more of these hot sunny days, these sockeye are going to start running upriver with that surge of fresh water. So the weather's been bad. I want to blame the weather for these low counts. And if anyone is looking to dip net, I know I've been hearing, I don't dip net personally, but I've been hearing you can get them or you can't get them. You just got to be in the water when those pods come in. It's not a continuous run. Maybe with these warm weathers, we will see a continuous run. Okay, so let's go over to the Kasilof sockeye. We had that huge spike in the beginning of the spring, but it's kind of leveled off back to average numbers. Again, we're missing that data on the 17th and the 18th. That makes me think there is a problem with fishing game, or not even a problem. They just haven't put them in for the weekend. But you can see 6,000 fish came in the 60s, 7,800 on the 50s. So it's a much smaller run, about half the size of the Kenai, but it is possible. Now, take a look at this right-hand column, the pink salmon. We're starting to count pink salmon. Yes, I was saying we are catching them, and now we do have notes. 259 pinks came in here on the Kasilof. And if we check back to the Kenai, we have 1 day of data, 1,552 pinks. And I'm thinking there's something to do with the pink fish count that's preventing them from uploading it. Maybe, maybe not. But there is a substantial pink run this season. So, that's always fun. Hook into one of those. And then let's look at the Kenai Chinook estimates. Again, it's just we saw that little spike and then it flatlined. Now that flatlining coincides with those cold temperatures that we saw. And so I'm thinking that has something to do with it, but it's got the biologists scared. We shut down everything because of that. And the season's going to be closed for the rest of the year. There's no coming back from it. 218 came in July 17th. Oh, we got data on this one, July 17th. So that's good to see. July 16th, 250. Maybe the data's coming in real time here, people. Let's see. Nope. But we do have the king salmon data for July 17th. 218. Not a lot. I did see a couple kings jumping when I was flossing. There's some big fish out there. But yeah, it's low. It's real low. As far as other salmon runs are concerned, that Nilchik River is really doing well compared to what it has been doing. 7 wild came in July 17th, 38 hatchery July 17th. So we do have data again July 17th for the Kings. So I'm thinking the Sockeye guy must be out of town. Um, over 2,383 Kings have come into the Nilchik River. So there you go. We do have some positive news on the peninsula for Kings, even though it is a pretty small count. So I was talking about temperatures, and I'm going to blame temperatures for this week's tough sockeye fishing. And take a look at this chart. Water temperature. The water temperature actually decreased, and now it did spike on the 18th. That's good. Right back to where it was on the 14th and 15th. Now, I believe, yes, the 15th had that huge sockeye run. 19,000 came in. So take a look at the 19th and then take a look at the 15th. Look at the temperatures here on the 15th. It's coming off of that really high day, that really high temperature swing. And then those salmon came running in. And now we see an even higher temperature swing. So fingers crossed we see those sockeye coming in. And again, take a look at the air temperature, a solid increase from July 12th through July 19th as the rain kind of stopped there. And the discharge per cubic feet, it has been below average all week right until the 18th. And then bam, that water is back to where we want it to be. And the gauge height, similar story there. It follows the temperatures. And so I'm hoping I'm going to blame the temperatures. I keep repeating myself, but that is what I'm hoping for. And I'm hoping this next week we see that spike. We see those 30,000 fish days start to come in. All right, guys. If you like that video, share, like, subscribe. I do this every week, and I want to make sure you guys are up to date and know everything that I know here on the Kenai Peninsula. And I'll talk to you guys next week.